Hi everyone. Today we're going to discuss about final walkthrough. We recently bought a beachfront property cottage here in Nova Scotia, and we're going to do the final walkthrough of the property that we just bought. Final walkthrough is one of the important parts of the home buying process. So with final walkthrough, you usually do it on the actual day itself for closing to make sure that the property that you bought or is going to buy is in the same state or better state when you made an offer to purchase that property. There are key points that we need to look at when we're doing the final walkthrough, especially those that could potentially cost a lot of money for us if there's a damage on the property. Some of them would be the roof, the foundation, if there's any foundation on it, the water. We have to test the water, the electricity, to make sure that it's still functioning properly. If there are items that are not working or damaged when you do your final walkthrough, you would have to discuss that with your realtor, and your lawyer is also going to ask you if you are happy with the property. And then once the lawyer says or once you mention to your lawyer that you are happy with the property, and same with when you mention it to your realtor, that's when the lawyer will send the money to the seller. And then once the seller's lawyer receives the money from either if you have a mortgage and the down payment that you put in, that's when the lawyer will give you the key to the house, and you will now officially own the property that you just recently bought. So what we're going to do, we're going to make some checkup on the property. We're going to look at it and see if it's in the same state, if there's any issue that happened from the purchase. So we're excited to show you the final walkthrough process for this property that we're going to have, and we're going to also make some recordings for other real estate home buying process in the future. So make sure you watch out for those videos. Have a great day. Bye. Enjoy. Hey guys, I'm here with my realtor, Nick Harvey Pearson. Realtor superb, extraordinaire. So Nick, we're here to record the final walkthrough stage. Final walkthrough is one of the key points, one of the important steps in the home buying process, right, Nick? What are the key points that you would advise people when we're doing final walkthrough?
So some of the key points would say, let's say there's an oil tank, to make sure that the oil tank is full, right? Some of the other key points, to make sure that all the appliances are the same that you saw before, that they weren't changed, right? That the yard is somewhat clean and the inside is somewhat clean, and there's no new water damage or new big damages that compared to the last time you were there, right? Those are the main points that would come up, where you could ask for a justification or an adjustment on closing from your lawyer, because if these things are not completed properly, right?
Yeah, so Nick, thanks for that information. So Nick, if there's an issue, say for example there's an appliance that's not working, what are the things that people should know and do?
So right away you should contact your lawyer at this stage, right? And perhaps your real estate agent will be there as well, so you can ask the other real estate agent. But usually at that level it will be a lawyer issue. So you, instead of saying, hey, we're good to go, you could say we're good to go to close, but we had this minor issue, can you find out why? And if we can remediate it somehow with either credit or a cashback or a replacement of the appliances. But the lawyer will be usually the avenue to go ahead at this point in time of the game.
Sounds good. So is there, apart from remediating it, is it wise for people to say, oh, let's reduce the purchase price, or it's better for just to have it fixed by the seller?
Usually they'll try to do a monetary reduction, just because it's more simple than what the fixing could entail. For someone might want a replacement, and then another buyer, another seller think it's just fixing would be enough. So to put the gaps in between these two, sometimes it's better just to do a price adjustment or a cash back to remediate that at the end.
Sounds good. Any key points that you would like to share with people, Nick?
No, I mean, just sometimes doing an old back could be the still closing and doing an old back. So there's an issue. It's not the same stove, and you can prove that it's not the same by pictures or by VIN. You could say an old back of $100,000 and still close. So for example, your crew of contractor can still come, you can still have the house on time, your insurance can still kick on time, your internet, all these things. But then the lawyer has an old back to kind of deal with that on the side, and then you still have the property on hand. So that could be a last point that I have in mind.
Right, Nick. So you were saying some key points that we wanted to make sure when we're doing a final walkthrough. Share those information to us.
I mean, yeah, you just make sure that the walls are in great shape, that there was no new leaks on the ceilings, that your floors are still in good shape like it was before, which is the case here. That is very, at least broom clean, which it is now, unless it was specified, that it was professionally clean. You can look at your appliance. I mean, you can see here that it's the same one, and these guys took a good pride in washing them. They're looking good. I mean, we could test them, although final walkthrough is just a visual. Usually it's not an inspection, but we could just make sure the water works fine, that type of stuff, that everything looks good everywhere, right? Like look, no new leak under the water, no new leak with the the water system. So we're golden for the kitchen here. It's looking good, right? Later on we can just start the stove, making sure it still works. We still have the nice alarm system. We're gonna need to put a new battery, but
yeah,
that was like last time, right? So, and look at this place. They did a great job. They left you the fireplace as wanted. The windows are in good shape.
So Nick, on the fireplace and some of the other things that are going to be left behind, usually if the fireplace was not included or mentioned in the purchase and sale agreement, they're not required to leave it with you, right? But sometimes the seller might want to leave stuff, and if you want it, you could keep it, right? If you don't want it, you could just sell it or dispose it, right?
Indeed, you're totally right. I mean, sometimes they might leave too many things. If they leave too much garbage, then you might need our garbage guy to get it out. But for the fireplace, if it's attached to the house as a chattel or a fixture, then it stays with the house. Imagine a big giant taking the house and shaking it and everything that comes out of it. So this one was not attached, right? Therefore, you had to ask for it, right? Which you did, and now they're delivering it to you in a good shape. So you're totally right. You want to make sure you plan that and in your game plan at first when you first offer, right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.